Everybody dreams of being a millionaire, but do you ever stop and think, I want to be a billionaire? I'm talking private jets, I'm talking helicopters, I'm talking the grandest mansion the world has ever seen. Well, in today's video, I'm building a billionaire's mansion, and this is just part one, because this place is going to be so extra. It said one video. Oh no, sweetie.
Honey?
So my plan for part one at the exterior is going to be building the whole house. I'm talking pools, pool houses, cars, and then in part two is going to be the entire interior, ballrooms, garages, bedrooms. So with all that said, let's hope my hard drive can handle this. Let's get started. Alright guys, here we are on the plot. And it's just me who thinks it's so weird how this plot is just empty right now. And then in like an hour, there's gonna be a freaking mansion here. Yeah, I'm the only one who thinks that? Okay. So when you are building such a gargantuous looking build, you are gonna be wanting to find the center of the plot. And all you need to do, babies, is just do a gigantic X and a line down the middle. And there you go. Magically found the center. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I want a flipping massive driveway. So we're not even gonna be starting the house till like here-ish. And this is going to be our front entrance. Now, I'm going to put on screen a TikTok of like this rich girl, and I'm kind of basing the front off of this. So there's like a doubled door entryway here, and I'm going to obviously pop the doors in now. And oh, a sliding door. I didn't know this was a closet. No. And I know I keep saying it, but because it's going to be so big, we want to make sure we're not making any mistakes early on. So I'm even just going to pop the windows in and check that this will all line up nicely. And I think it does. Oh! I'm so excited, y'all. And of course, billionaires do not have time for things to be unsymmetrical. Hence why we are doing the exact same design on each side. And oh, look at that. Even the window. Oh my God. How flipping detailed is that? Bloxburg coming through. Now, you thought I just had a video of the rich girl's front. No, I found one of the back as well.
I have a stalker, and this update is probably the scariest one yet.
And there we go, guys. This is the layout. Oh my giddy auntie. Are you guys starting to understand why this is going to need two parts to it? Now, one of the funniest things about this girl's TikTok is when she posts her house, somebody was like, is your granddad King Charles? And honestly, like, I understand. Why do you have a flipping UK flag on your house? Like, how rich do you have to be to have that? Anyway, we're gonna have like a fat balcony. Like, it's gonna be flipping massive. And then we're even gonna have that King Charles like tower. Not me just guessing this girl's layout. Imagine she's watching this. That would be really trippy. Someone like building your actual house in Bloxburg. Anyways, it would not be a billionaire's mansion without some little nugget roofs. I'm gonna add just 3 of them here. They're only gonna be small, and of course they're going to be fake. What kind of room do you think I'm gonna fit in here? Like a pantry? And damn, guys, this is what I mean. Like, from empty plot to empty plot with grey blob. So now I'm going to add in, I think, the colour. This girl's house appears to just be white. Almost like white concrete, but I hate the way the concrete looks in Bloxburg. It looks like literally like filth. It's like filth. And then the dirt texture is not much better. We could make it leather. Let's just roll with the punches and maybe make it like white. Not even institutional white. And we can just see how it goes. If we don't like it, we can always change it later. This is the part when I paint my mansion. I'm richer than I've been before. And you know what I really need to learn to do, guys? I need to learn to colour the first wall white and then build the whole house, because it's so much easier. It saves so much time and money rather than colouring it all afterwards. So now in terms of the windows, I do like these. However, you know I like to give them a little bit of a structural outline. It is rather like pricey to do this, but who gives a crap? And you've always got to check, look, you think it's all perfect? No, that little nugget in the corner needs to be just a little, no, because how you've got to think about it, guys, is you're spending about 2 seconds fixing this original one, and that is going to save you millions of seconds down the line. Now, the weird thing is her windows also appear to be white, but maybe if we make them institutional white, then it will look slightly different to the white we've got there. It kind of does. Can we make it any brighter? Oh my God, you actually can. Okay, we've now officially got literally the brightest white Bloxburg has to offer. This looks like the flipping White House. Now, weirdly enough, this girl, or whoever built this house, I'm sure she didn't build it herself, put like a gigantic window above the top one. Now, Now, these are actually like my dream front doors, guys. Like pine cone wood. It's actually, she's got linen. If she has linen, then you guys can flipping stop bullying me. Now, I know what you might be thinking when you thought of Billionaires Mansion, like modern mansion, but there's so many different styles in this world, guys. Not everything has to be modern, and I actually myself prefer a little bit more of a traditional style, hence this. So next up, we're gonna go into cornucopia. Wait, no, it's not cornucopias, that's Halloween, isn't it? We're gonna go into cornices, and Bloxburg actually really handily just has some for us. Yeah, I could custom make them, but what is the point in spending gazillions more dollars? And oh my goodness, it actually looks so good with all of the white. Like, look at that, it is so nice. And we all know how long small grid takes, guys, so I just had to speed things right on this. How neat does it look when you actually line it up? Like, I don't know what was going through my brain at the beginning and making them all like uneven, but when they're all lined up, it's bliss.
Oh, that's bliss.
But I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of bored of placing those things in now, so I'm gonna take a little bit of a break from that, and we are going to now do one of the most difficult parts of building a house, which is the roof. So if I was just to auto place a roof on here, it's having flipping none of that. I mean, it will let me at least add auto roofs onto the nuggets. And then as in correspondence with this girl's video, I can't believe I just like stole her whole house. It looks like she has a pyramid roof or something. Like, who has this on their house if less billionaires? Honestly, she must be one. And then do we want a gable roof along the front, or would it look more professional and grand with a pyramid roof? It's so hard to tell, actually. So what do you think, guys? That is it with the mansard roof. I do like that, I'm not gonna lie. And then if we were to do it with the gable roof, it looks like that. I think it kind of looks more homey with the gable roof, but I guess it all depends, like, what are we going for? Are we going for homey or are we going for billionaire? And I personally think a billionaire. Now, the only other place we are going to be inserting a gable roof, inserting, I hate that word, placing a gable roof is on this back one here, because obviously it's like got that curvy shape. You want to have the manse. And now, guys, is the moment of truth. So if I chop that bit off and then we go to place it, must have not. It does now. It literally does. What are you talking about? Oh my goodness. Right, am I gonna have to physically delete these? Oh my god, it's working. It's flipping working. Oh my god, no, I actually love that, other than like what is going on in the front. Why is there a curve in the front? We could leave it though. Like, do you think that could work if we, oh, okay. No, I don't think I like it though, but I'm very happy to see that the roof is gonna work. So the roof is now officially in, y'all. And I don't know why, I'm just feeling the urge to add these fences. And this is another must that I want on my dream house, is these fences. There's something about them. Now, I definitely want to move on to the windows next, because that's a really exciting part. And God save our gracious queen. Now, I'm actually just going to stop the recording for a second and start another one just to prove this. I've been filming for 40 minutes. Why have I only built like the walls? I placed in walls and a roof. Now, I'm not going to be referring back to that girl's picture anymore, because I feel like it's kind of slowing me down and also just blocking me from really doing what I want to do. Obviously, here, we're going to have French doors. Oh my god, I feel like this is my childhood dream, guys. I would love a house like this one day. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm trying really hard not to add like too many and overdo it. And oh my gosh, this looks like Buckingham Palace. I'm losing my mind over this. We are, of course, going to need to add in some smaller factory windows upon these top nugget roofs. Although I don't think I'm going to outline these. And the one reason for that is I'm flipping lazy. And honestly, why does it look so much better from the back than it does the front? I would have kind of liked a 2-story room over here, I feel like. I guess we can still have one, because I wanted to have at least one room that could have these 2-story windows. It was too good of a chance to pass up, especially on a house like this. And oh my goodness, guys, dare I say, like, that is the window system. Oh, sorry. Bear with. Now that is the window system done, and I am beyond thrilled with this, to be honest with you. Another feature of a billionaire's house is wall clocks. Now, not just the average wall clock that you might have in your kitchen, your bedroom, or even your lounge room. These are designed to be like town hall style clocks. And if you can't get a big enough one in Bloxburg, then what we're gonna do is place in a decal, and it's like a 26-mile run to get over here, a full marathon. Anyway, then what you're gonna do is just look up clock, and oh my goodness gracious me, me, not the Roman numerals. So now it is officially time for the driveway. I am going to take one more look back at the girls. And as expected, she has like a lot of greenery and hedges. So I think we'll have the hedges coming into around here. And I'm not going to make like a hedge maze. I think that's a little bit too mental chicken oriental, even for me. We can have the hedges like that. And then they have something kind of interesting. They've got like a pre-pathway. I think the reason that this is looking so good is truly because it's just based off of a real life house. Like, I never think to add like a pre-pathway. Who the hell thinks to do that? So what I'm first going to start off by doing is adding in the pebbles. It looks like she has gravel. Do we have gravel? We do not have gravel in Bloxburg. I guess pebbles sort of look like it. So if we were to make them like, oh, I don't like the yellow.
12 seconds later.
That does look kind of realistic. Now, perhaps either side, we can have like little ponds. Because I do technically have a $2 million budget. I mean, that money is meant to last me like the whole month. It's only the beginning of June. And I'm going to spend it all on one build. It's okay, guys. I can just go delete all my other mansions after this. I won't need them anymore. And I'm literally bringing the plot all the way back till 3 blocks away from the end of the plot. And the reason for that is because, once again, I don't want to be like all pushed against the plot bounds when I'm placing in like my trees and stuff. Now, is it just me? It's kind of triggering me that this is 5 blocks and then this is 6 blocks. So I'm just going to make the pathway concrete slightly thicker. And then all I've done here is just added another line in like that. And it's sort of created some more of these cool patterns. It is all about patterns in these big grand manor houses, guys. Yeah, I'm just such a pro, guys. I'm just born descendant from Queen Elizabeth I. I mean, I am flipping as pale as her. When I finally do face cam, which no, I haven't forgotten, guys. I see you spamming me in the comments still. I will be doing it, guys, but like I said, do give me like a couple of months. I need to be 100% ready.
Now, I don't know if you just saw that, but I went to place in some hedges here, but the pathway was far too thin.
You think billionaires are squeezing their big buttocks around these corners? No. Now here is where we can do the cool hedge maze design, where we're going to pop in a bunch of different tile. And oh my goodness, guys, that looks unbelievably good. You know when you see like those TikToks which are like the world's biggest millionaire mansion.
This is the most expensive house in the world.
And then it like cinematically, panoramically zooms into this. I am so happy. It's crazy how happy Bloxburg actually makes me. Why does that look like Xbox? Or what is it, PlayStation? Sometimes people in my real life are like, how do you play Bloxburg so much? How do you make so many videos? They just don't get it.
You don't get it. You don't get it.
Like, they don't know what it's like for us to have this game that we've played for years and years. And even if you're new, there is so much to do on here. So in terms of luxury cars, I'm so sorry. We won't be having the mum car today. I think we need simply a limo. That's like goes without saying. We'll have a little limo parked here. And then a sports car as well is definitely allowed. I have been strongly debating in my mind whether or not to finally buy my dream car. I have bought this car like in a different server, but I just don't think I can bring myself to buy it here. It looks so good. Oh, baby, you match so well. But we just can't do it, guys. Look, it goes from 2 million to 1.7 million. Like, I'm not doing that. I remember when this used to be my dream car. Well, it still is, to be fair. And the final thing that I'm going to add is trees. And this is why I wanted to save my money, guys. Because these trees are going to cost like the same as that car. Now, don't worry. I'm not going to be placing them all willy-nilly like that. We're actually going to be opening up the basement. And if you've watched me a lot, then you'll probably know what I'm going to do here. But basically what you do is you grab your basic shapes, and then this is where we're going to put like the tree stumps so that they're like just about sticking over the fencing. And I've learnt my lesson, guys, from earlier. Remember I said, oh, I wish I coloured things first. Let's actually remember to do that. So we'll have a green. Now all that's left to do is pop it into action. I'm talking cherry blossom tree. And even though the leafy tree is new to the Bloxburg party, does not mean that we should be excluding it. And if you want to actually get like a lot of your money back, then go into the basement and you can delete all of the basic shapes. It's like cash back in Bloxburg. But anyway, I just wanted to show you guys I found a much easier way to delete the basement. Just turning the roof off. And there we go. So I'm pretty sure all of the trees are now in. That has offered us so much privacy. But to finish off this video, let's just get the garden done. Oh. And there's one more thing that I don't want to forget to add as well. So I'm just going to pop that in now. And that is going to be a flag. Flaff. What is flaff? a flag. I was gonna put like a picture of me on here. So if one of you could make the English flag, like with a photograph of me on it, like that would be so cool. And if you could leave the decal code in the comments, I can add it in the next video. Like something like this. But for now, I'm just gonna have the Union Jack. Just because if you couldn't tell by my accent, darling, I am indeed from England. Cool, I don't think I've ever had a flag on my house before. That is the biggest slate ever. Now, I don't know if you remember earlier, but I said I'm going to be adding in a pool house, and that was no prank. And we're going to have an indoor and an outdoor pool, I think. Now, I don't know what kind of Illuminati looking roof this girl had on here, but I think what I'm going to do is just use like a glass roof. Oh my goodness, I absolutely love that. And then I guess we can just dive straight into the pool, which we're going to start shallow, but don't hate me just yet. We're going to start with a shallow pool, then it's going to go classic, almost right up to the end, and we're gonna have a little bit of a deep pool. And what I think we should have here on these two parts are a tennis court and a basketball court. And then in the middle of them, we're gonna have like a barbecue area. And I'm gonna place it on an incredibly slightly raised platform, just like that. I think I'm just gonna guesstimate it and mainly do it for like aesthetically pleasing purposes. Or should we make a football court? I feel like I always say this. I planned on making a tennis court, then I realized we don't have any Tennessee items in Bloxburg, so I'm just gonna have to use a football pitch. And here we have it, guys. This is like the layout for the back garden. So, final stages are time. I mean, it's sort of a difficult one to work out, isn't it? Like, should I decorate? Because technically, like, the decoration is the interior, coming next video. And pool items is always such an excellent, like, location to find. Pool items, you never would have guessed it. And then in terms of kitchen and stuff, I think I'm actually gonna wait till next video, not because I'm being lazy, I actually swear, but I like to just copy and paste my internal kitchen to the outside. And I can't believe I'm saying this, guys, but the final item is basically a life-changing one for this build, the diamond tile. And with that, the Billionaires Mansion Part 1 is built. Okie dokie chickens, here we are stood outside of possibly the best build I have actually ever created. I know there's no interior yet, but if we keep this up for part 2, oh my goodness. If you are curious, this plot already values at $734,000. And I know I keep showing the front, but I'm simply blown away. And the cinematic shots, like, it literally feels majestic. Anyway, so as you first arrive at the house, I mean, there is definitely going to be some things I add between now and next video. But I mean, this is already a pretty grand entryway. But really, all of the fun stuff that we built is actually going on around the back. And oh my god, this actually looks like a castle, like where the king would live. So the first room that we have is the pool room, which of course is empty because we're going to be doing that in the next video. Can I already see a mistake? No, do you know what? We're not focusing on that today. Now, the tiles were honestly like the best choice I ever made on this build. We also have our very own football pitch. And this is what I always think about with the really rich people. Like, you know, when you're just bored at home, I always think like the rich people, how do they get bored? You have a football pitch, you have a swimming pool, you have a basketball court. But anyway, let's see if we can shoot a hoop, guys, for this final moment. Go! So there we have it, guys. I do hope you enjoyed watching me build this house today. Also in the comments, let me know any like special rooms I could have in the Billionaires Mansion. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next part. Goodbye, guys.